everybody, thank you so much for watching Vanya's Vegan Voyage, which is a channel that deals with all things vegan, food, fitness, travel, and beauty. So I have decided to start a little series of story time, something along the lines of get to know me a little better. So in today's episode, I wanted to share with you a funny story that is funny now, but it wasn't so funny back then. So without further ado, let's dig right into it. Welcome to my living room. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So this happened about, I don't know, at this point, maybe 10 years ago. I met this guy. It was my first week at work. It was his first week at work. And when I saw him, I was 100% just speechless, and that never happens to me. As you can tell, I love to talk. So when I met him, I just said, "Hi, I'm Vanya," and I just stared. I was like, he was that beautiful. Yeah, I immediately left and I called my partner from work and I said, "Oh my God, I just met the most beautiful man on the planet." So my partner went in and saw him, and he goes, "Well, not really my type." So I was like, "Good. We're not gonna be fighting over him." So long story short, we started dating, and it was an incredible relationship. So we dated for a good 5 years, and we traveled the world together. We went to so many different places all over the globe, and it was amazing. He was originally from Colombia, so I went to visit Colombia a couple of times, which was just amazing. And I got to take him to Bosnia as well. So we both kind of went to each other parts of the world and gotten to know each other's cultures, and it was amazing. After dating for about 3 years, we went to China, and he proposed to me on the Great Wall. I mean, how freaking romantic is that? He didn't do it the right way, because, you know, as a girl, you expect the guy to go down on one knee and make it uber romantic, and he was just stumbling through his man purse. And just sweating all over, and you know, he was stumbling through it. I thought he was looking for a napkin because he was sweating so much. I pulled out a napkin out of my pocket, so I went to wipe his forehead, and he was looking at me like, "What are you doing?" So he pulled out a box out of his man purse, and he goes, "So we have been through so much stuff together, and I want to go through a lot more stuff with you, so here." That was my proposal. There was no question or anything. He just said, "Here." But I didn't ruin the moment, because the moment was spectacular nonetheless. It was the thought that counts, right? Maybe that should have been a sign to me that something was off. At least I had my nails done at that time, so I could take pretty pictures of my ring, because he did a great job on picking out the ring. The ring was awesome. So we got engaged in the Great Wall in China, and later I found out that people who get engaged on the wall over there, there's a whole section where people put locks, little padlocks, as a symbolism of their everlasting love after they get engaged in the wall. Well, we didn't do that, so I think that's why the relationship failed. I should have known. Next time when you get engaged, just make sure you have a padlock someplace in your purse, so you can, you know, put it wherever you are, just to make sure that that thing locks in place. On the surface, it looked like it was amazing, at least to me, because I can be oblivious, hence the blonde hair. But apparently I was just living in just complete blind universe, because I didn't see anything that he was doing. So what had happened was, one day, at that time I was wearing glasses. So I had to go get a new pair of glasses, because the ones I had were all scratched up and my prescription changed. So we were going to go buy me some new glasses. So he drove, and we got to this beautiful little quaint store in Winter Park. And he goes, "Why don't you go in and start looking at glasses, and I'm gonna park and then come in after you." So I go inside, I'm looking at the glasses, minding my own business, and oh my God, in comes this girl, right? And she goes, "Hey, excuse me, are you such and such girlfriends?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she goes, Great, because so am I. She starts bawling her eyes out and she starts running out of the store, and I was like, whoa, 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 wait a second, what are you talking about? I was his fiance at the time. I had the ring on my finger, and I told her that. I said, I'm his fiance, what do you mean? Well, it turns out that he has been seeing her for a year, an entire year. That's how oblivious I was, because he was in the medical field and he would always tell me there are emergencies and blah, blah, blah. So I believed it, because I never lie. I have never cheated on anybody. So I'm automatically assuming that that's how the rest of the world is. But boy, was that a rude awakening. So anyways, what had transpired is he told her that he was out of town. Well, she spotted his car on a highway, followed us for 10 miles, watched me get out of the car and go into the store. Then she came out of her car, confronted him, kind of like, tapped on his window. He saw her and he just peeled out of there, almost ran her over. And the cherry on the top of the cake was her mom was there to see the whole thing transpire. So this was like a Lifetime movie that happened in my real life. Boy, how unfortunate can I be? He is now freaking out because he knows that the girl is out there, and he was supposed to go into the store with me. So he texts me, he's like, babe, I can't make it. Could you please get a cab home? I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Just, get home somehow, because I can't take you anymore. I'm just like, you can imagine how that feels like when your entire world just gets wiped in front of your face. So I have been with this guy for 5 years, planning a wedding, full-blown wedding planning on the way. I already spent $15,000 on all the deposits and everything. And here he is, dating this girl on the side already for a year. So it was pretty spectacularly horrific. When you see your entire life just kind of go in front of your eyes, that's what I was experiencing at that moment. Just complete disbelief and just, oh my God. So he just apparently hid behind a building in a parking lot like a coward, and he drove off and hid for the rest of the day. So her and her mother in the car had to drive me back to his house to pick up my car, because that's where it was. And he was such a coward, he wasn't even there at home to to talk to me or anything. And he didn't talk to me for like a couple of days after, and then he was trying to apologize and make excuses, which is, in my opinion, it's unexcusable. If you don't feel like you want to be with somebody, just don't be with them. There's no need to lie and two-time somebody, especially in the stage that we were at. We were planning this wedding, and we already had invitations pretty much printed, almost ready to go. And boy, did I get saved by the bell. So at that point, I looked at it as my whole life was falling apart. It was just trying to rebuild life from scratch back up, because when you're with somebody for so long, pretty much even your extracurriculars and everything revolves around that person. So I had to relearn how to be by myself and be happy with that. And I'm so grateful, because I feel like I have grown so much from that experience. It has made me into a stronger person that I am today, very independent, very driven. He literally lived 2 parallel lives. He had a whole other cell phone, he had another apartment. He lived 2 parallel lives, just something like what you see on those crime TV shows. It blows my mind that actually I have witnessed it in real life, and the worst is that it happened to me. He would tell her, oh my God, I have to pick this up. This is my psycho ex-girlfriend. If I don't pick up, she's going to kill herself. Yeah, people come up with the craziest things. So I had lost the $15,000 that I put down in deposits for the wedding, but I feel like it was a relatively small price to pay. Of course, that is a lot of freaking money. I think of everything in terms of how many times around the world I can go. With $15,000, I can have a vacation of a lifetime. But imagine if I ended up marrying him and being stuck in that toxic situation with somebody who is incapable of being honest and being in a monogamous relationship. So $15,000 was hurt a lot, but it was a band-aid that I just peeled off, and now the muscles have grown. So now I feel like it's made me into a lot better person. So in a way, I'm grateful for the experience, because you know what they say, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I am a lot stronger. So the whole point of this is, you know, sometimes you go through things in life that at that moment it feels like your whole world is ending. You know, there's no point of going on anymore, and you don't even know how to. The struggle is just too much. But really, as corny as it sounds, time heals everything. So if you just give it enough time, and if you believe in yourself, you can overcome any adversity life throws at your way. I have literally seen myself with this man forever and have loved him with every ounce of my being. But then when I really saw who he was truly, when his true colors came out, it took me a little while to pick myself up by the bootstraps, but I did. And I feel like I owe him a thank you, because he created the Vanya you know today, and she is fierce, awesome, unstoppable, positive, energetic. And so thank you, Mr. Cheater. So just a couple of words of wisdom from me. Life is gonna throw crap at you, and life is going to be difficult, and at times it's going to feel like you just no longer can go on, but you have to believe in yourself, because there is no such thing in the world that you cannot overcome, literally. Humans are extremely resilient, and you have to believe in yourself as much as others do. I feel like we always have that negative self-talk, that we talk ourselves down from possibilities where others see our potential. So sometimes maybe it's good to see yourself through the lens of how other people who surround you and love you see you, and to get some strength from that, because you're strong, you're bold, you're beautiful, you're perfect just the way you are, and you deserve the world. And that's all there is to it. So don't ever lose hope. If one door closes, another one opens. So this video is full of stupid expressions, but it's so true. So if you're stuck in one situation that's not going anywhere, your heart is not going to be open to finding possibilities elsewhere, which might be a lot better for you anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about my now funny story of my life. And yeah, so this is going to be a fun series. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stories like this, because I feel like I should write a book on my life. I've gone through so much. So this is just one out of many that I'm going to be sharing over the next who knows how long of a period of time. So series of get to know me videos are kicking off with this one, so stay tuned for more. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I'm dying to hear what you guys thought of the story, so drop me a line in the comment box below. Let me know if you have gone through something similar like this, because this is pretty crappy thing to go to. So, you know, kindred spirit here for you guys. And let me know if there's any other topic or any other question you would like me to answer for you in a future upcoming video. Stay strong on your vegan voyage, and I will see all of you in the next video. Mwah! Bye, guys. Fast forward, even though this girl's mother witnessed this entire ordeal happen in front of her eyes, this girl stayed with him for another year or two, as far as I've heard through the rumor mill. So I don't know, I never talked to him again, so I cannot confirm or deny that. But I find that to be just very peculiar, because why would any self-respecting woman want to stay in a situation like that, where she knows that she was cheated with, and that she was okay with being involved with somebody who lies and manipulates, and it's just horrific. So I cannot imagine that their relationship afterwards was very good, because I'm imagine that he cheated on her, or at least lied multiple times. So you know, everybody makes their own bed, so you gotta lay in it at the end. I hope that she also learned from this situation that, you know, if you have self-respect, you probably should not be allowing a man that you're involved with to get away with lies and cheating on you, and then you just turn the other cheek and pretend like nothing is happening. But, you know, things happen.